Today I'm giving my beloved giant peace lily a much needed upgrade. Much like a kid outgrowing their shoes, plants can outgrow their pots. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of why and when to repot your plant. Look at these roots twirling like a ballerina in a music box. They're circling because they crave more space. They're root-bound or pot-bound. Think of it as a tree stretching its branches in a forest, seeking its own spot in the sun. These roots are searching for more room, like sunbathers on a busy beach, each wanting their own patch of sand. Some of the roots are actually coming through the pot, and that is one way I know my plant needs a new pot. Now let's turn our attention to these leaves. See these tips turning yellow or black? It's like a traffic light signaling something is up. This is often a plant's distress signal, much like a car's check engine light. When leaves that were once lush and green start changing colors at the edges, it's like they're waving a flag, telling us, hey, I'm not okay down here. Have you noticed your peace lily isn't growing like it used to? It's like a sprinter suddenly running in slow motion. Plants, like people, hit growth spurts, but when these spurts slow down or stop, it's a sign something's not quite right. In the wild, plants spread their roots far and wide, seeking nutrients and stability. But in our homes, their world is limited to the pot we place them in. It's like a swimmer trying to complete laps in a puddle. Limited space equals limited growth. So it's up to us to provide that space. My mission today, to give this green beauty the space it deserves. Think of repotting as moving to a bigger, better apartment. We're not just changing its living conditions, we're opening up a new world of possibilities where my peace lily can stretch, grow and thrive, free from the confines of its current pot-bound existence. As you can see, this pot is doing nothing for my plant. It's actually almost toppling over because it's not providing the support that it needs. So apart from the signs that I already mentioned, the leaves and the roots protruding from the bottom of the pot, this lack of support is a definite reason why my plant needs a bigger pot. I've chosen to use this 20cm Lechuza pot with its sleek design and self-watering system. It's like the plant's personal butler, ensuring my green friend is hydrated and happy. I don't always use Lechuza pots for my plants because they are on the pricier side. But for this giant peace lily, which is a statement plant in my home, repotting isn't just about space. It's about upgrading the living conditions, kind of like moving from a cramped apartment to a spacious home. Enough talk. It's time to show you exactly how I'm going to repot my plant into my Lechuza 20cm pot. This is the inner part of my Lechuza pot. I'm going to fill that up with a little bit of leca to about 1/3 of the way or so. This is leca that's been soaking and I've prepared earlier, and I'm just going to tip that in. So that's my leca in there. That's a good amount. I like that. So once I fill my pot with leca, I'll put that to the side and I'll just put my attention to my plant. So I am looking at my plant and I'm looking to see if there are any leaves that I want to get rid of because they're looking a little bit worse for wear. So you can see a leaf like that one. It's easy for me to just pull that off right from the base of the plant before I put that into my pot. So I'll just examine that and I'll pull off that one. That's looking a bit sus, because the plant is going to regenerate. It's going to get new and nice leaves because I'm giving it a new home. So, you know, in the interest of having a nice looking plant, which is what we want, we can just get rid of the ones that we don't like, because it doesn't matter what you do, those leaves are never going to go back to looking pristine. I mean, you could go the cutting of the leaves route every few weeks or whatever, but I'm not one to want to do that. So I'll just get rid of those old ones and leave enough for the plant to be able to regenerate. This one looks good. Maybe I'll take that one off. I'll leave the rest. So I've taken those off my plant and then I'll go back to repotting. Okay, so I've got my pot and I just want to see at what level my plants go in there. That looks pretty good. That's a good depth to my plant and that will really support my plant. So I think at this stage, maybe I'll put just a little bit more. I want the plant up a little bit higher. There we go, that's excellent. And at this point, all I need to do is just fill that pot up with leca and that'll be done. Okay, that is my pot. I'll just give the pot a shake. Just to settle that leca. Leca clay balls are the unsung heroes in my plant's story. They improve drainage and aeration, kind of like how a good night's sleep and a hearty breakfast set us up for success. They're the foundation, ensuring my peace lily has everything it needs to thrive, and it keeps those pesky fungus gnats away. Using Leca clay balls also allows me to repot my plant into a much larger pot and avoid root rot and avoid repotting every year. If you're not sure about what Leca clay balls are and how to use them, you're in luck. I've created a playlist with some helpful videos showing you how using Leca can benefit and simplify caring for your plants for you. If you're finding this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. We're now going to complete the repotting, and all I do is put my inner pot into my outer pot and get my self-watering indicator gauge and put it in its rightful slot, and my repot is almost complete. We've still got one more thing to do, and that's fill up that reservoir. I've got my nutrient solution here, which is my Clone-X Clone solution and my root zone. This is my special sauce, and I'm using that just because I have repotted this plant. I want those roots to rejuvenate, and so this plant can be revived. So I love using the Lechuza self-watering pot because that little indicator there tells me that my reservoir is full and my plant has got everything that it needs. So I'm just going to fill that up and see how much she's going to take. And there it comes. Okay, so that's my reservoir at its maximum. And that's all I need to do. And here we have it. My Peace Lily's new home is ready. Think of repotting as a parenting journey. We're providing care, space, and the right environment for our green babies to flourish. It's all about nurturing and watching them grow into their full potential. With its spacious pot and consistent moisture, my Peace Lily is set for its next growth spurt. It's like watching a child's first steps, a moment of pride and joy for any parent. Remember, repotting is a vital part of the plant care journey, ensuring longevity and health. Thanks for joining me on this repotting adventure. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more plant care tips. Find out how I'm going to use light to boost the growth of my Peace Lily in this next video. I'll see you there.